Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Let's Talk CFL podcast, episode number 627. I'm your host, Christopher Jones, coming to you from Merritt, British Columbia. Welcome. We're going into the last week of the 2025 CFL season. I'm excited for the playoffs, but saddened that it's almost over. A month from now, it will be done. And we'll be doing a couple of wrap-up shows before Christmas, and that's what's going to happen. So anyhow, we got a couple of people that are off today. Rick's doing his filming the little kids again. And
that really sounds terrible when you say that.
Yes, it does. Anyways.
What can I say? He's got this fetish. And
No, that sounds worse.
Mike is at some basketball game or something, isn't he?
I don't.
He was going there, and then he decided something else.
He's going to the soccer game.
Can't keep track. Okay, he's all over the place. One day he's taking pictures of 21-year-old girls. The next day he's taking pictures of high school football players, then rugby players, then baseball, all kinds of crap. Anyways. It's his shtick.
Well, at least he doesn't have a really specific fetish, okay? He's all over the map.
Yes, he does take a lot of pictures of birds, too.
Of what? Of
That's
birds?
really kinky,
birds.
okay?
Yes, eagles.
To me, that just sounds
Seagulls?
boring more
Seagulls
than anything
aren't
else.
really birds. They're shithawks.
Birds. I said eagles.
Eagles. Oh, okay.
Yes,
As
sir.
in like Philadelphia?
Last year, when I went to the Grey Cup, on the Monday after the Grey Cup, we went to some golf course where they have a river running through it and the salmon were spawning. There had to be 350 eagles and birds in the sky, and it was absolutely amazing. Because he's got some pretty heavy-duty camera equipment where you can see so close it's scary. Anyways.
Okay. Well, let's talk some football now instead of
Please,
Rick's
yes.
fetishes, okay?
You started it.
I did not. You did. You went on a roll. Okay, that's William McDonald. How you doing, Will?
I am good. It's that time of the year when football playoffs is coming, which is nice.
Yes.
And I'm looking forward to it because then after the football players our playoffs are over, I get to watch another sport. So, and I do enjoy that sport as well.
What's that?
NFL football.
Oh, yeah. No, that's not a sport, is it? Okay.
Yes, it is.
Anyhow, well, thank you for that. Also, Scott Morledge, Regina, Saskatchewan, green guy. How you doing?
Doing good. It's getting cold outside, like Will said, getting to be playoff time, and I'm interested to see that. One thing I like about the playoffs, similar to Labor Day, is throw everything out the window. It's a one-on-one game. Whoever wins goes next. And So excited for that.
It is. And Charles Cliff, Abbotsford, British Columbia, a pumpkin guy, BC Lions fan.
Yep. I've always wondered. I always see like the Rider fans and stuff like that walking around with watermelons on their heads and so on like that. Why don't Lions fans ever wear pumpkins? They're orange.
Yeah, I know. We're just not stupid.
To me, it makes sense. Well, for a Lions fan, I mean,
Well,
always
yeah,
think
the average BCer, I don't know. I think they'd wear pumpkins on their
Question
heads.
marks on that one.
Actually, it would be easier for the Lion fans to wear pumpkins because you can get those styrofoam jack-o'-lanterns at Walmart for like $8. Cut the bottom out, stick it on your head. It would be easy to do. You don't have to use a real pumpkin.
You've just given me an idea.
You can't get fake watermelons. I mean, that's just stupid. Who would do
Actually,
that?
they now sell hats that look like watermelons. They're weird looking.
Yeah, I know. Rider fans have done that. But, the only thing that watermelons are really good for is like drilling a hole in them and putting a couple of gallons of vodka in there, isn't it? I don't know.
Any alcohol.
I've
really.
seen people do that.
Just throwing shit out there.
I don't like
there's no way I can put a
watermelon.
couple of gallons of vodka into a pumpkin, okay? That ain't gonna happen.
Pumpkin
I
spice
don't care
vodka.
how
Everything
big a
else is
BC Lions fan you are.
everything
That's
else
just
nowadays
dumb.
is pumpkin spice.
Oh, there's pumpkin spice everything.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
it
so
is.
annoying.
no.
I agree,
No, the
Charles.
only spice that's any good is Captain Morgan. Okay. Let's talk some football. We had 4 games last week. The first one up on Friday night was the Saskatchewan Roughriders went into Winterpeg. It's not Winterpeg yet. Winnipeg to play the Blue Bombers, and this did not go as expected, in my opinion. This was a boring game. I expected a little bit of excitement and a little bit of aggressiveness from the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, who at that point in time still had a chance for a home playoff game. And they came out and literally, first game of the week, not knowing what anybody else has done, and shit the bed. They really didn't play well at all. Riders had rested half their team, where they had third stringers in there, and Bombers squeaked out a victory in the last little bit of the fourth quarter. I don't know. I do not understand this game at all. You would think that they would be a little bit more aggressive like that, like, I don't know. It didn't happen. The Bombers just lacked the days of. Scott,
I'm trying to understand Jason Hogan. You, as a Winnipeg Blue Bomber team, you don't win if Strevler doesn't touch the ball 20 times. And they completely went away from him. And
You
when
mean
Cody,
Oliveira? Don't say Strevler. Don't say
yeah,
Strevler.
no. When
Oliveira.
Zach Morales is just throwing and you know he's going to throw, you can put the pressure on him because they were clearly showing that Oliveira wasn't getting the ball, so it was easy to pressure him. And then the last drive of the game where they got the field goal, they handed it off, got down the field. I don't understand that. I don't. The games where they dominate, Strevler gets 20 yards a game and then 100, 120 yards a game. If he only gets like 80 or below, they're screwed.
Scott, I got to stop
Are
you
you
here
talking
for a second.
Strevler or Oliveira?
Oliveira.
You keep
Oliveira.
saying Strevler.
Yeah,
I
It's Oliveira.
apologize.
Yeah,
Man,
it is
Zach,
Oliveira. They look so much alike. I understand why he gets them mixed up. And
There's a
Oliveira
little bit of difference in
Oliveira
height there.
throws a
I'm not
better
sure.
ball than Strevler does.
everyone does, yeah. No, I don't understand the game. It shouldn't have been what it was.
It's funny because I was watching that game, and of course my brother was watching that game, and I messaged my brother, and I'm like, what are these guys doing? And all he did was text me back, fucking run the ball. That's all he said. Okay. And it makes sense.
It's not rocket science. How many times throughout the year do we say that?
Yeah. Yeah.
And at what point in
Run
time
the fucking
does
ball.
Mike interfere?
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know if offensive coordinators try and get smarter than everybody. I'm going to fool you. I'm not going to run the ball.
Yeah.
I got one of the best running backs in the CFL, but I'm going to fool you, and I'm not going to give him the ball. That'll screw you guys up.
I remember a few years ago in the playoffs when Calgary was here in BC, and they had, I can't remember who their running back was. Was it the guy that ended up in Saskatchewan?
Yeah. Who broke his...
Who?
Messam?
Not Messam. It was the guy that got injured this year.
He got cut by Toronto. Kadeem Carey.
Kadeem Carey, yeah.
And he was running like crazy. And BC did not have a great run defense that season.
No.
I expected Calgary to run the ball over the field, and I think they ran like 5 times the entire game.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it's a mystery.
It boggles the mind how the 4 of us can game plan better than people who are actually paid money to do it. And that is an armchair quarterback or an armchair coach or an armchair general manager. It is the definition of it, is when we're sitting here going, well, why the fuck aren't they doing that? There has to be a reason that they're not.
Yeah.
It's just illogical.
Yeah. Well, now all of the Winnipeg players are bound to be getting pissed off in the locker room, so that's not adding good to the equation. So, sure, Oliveira's pissed right off. He should be.
Well,
they don't give him the ball.
Yeah, and you ask any offensive lineman, they would rather run the ball. And it's a known fact that if you hit these guys and hit these guys and hit these guys, they're gonna get tired.
Yeah.
And it just
Oliveira's a powerful guy.
Yes,
he will run over you.
He's a load. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I've been preaching this to the
makes
choir
no
for
sense
10
not
years.
to run the ball for Winnipeg.
Yeah.
And then you got Buck Pierce comes over to BC and he like runs the ball on first down every fucking time.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, they know it's coming because Buck's going to run the ball.
You know, if you think about it, we've been complaining about the caliber of quarterbacks in the CFL, but you know what? We have some pretty freaking good running backs right now.
We do.
Absolutely.
We do.
And they don't use them. And it's like, come on, guys. So,
using them in more ways
I don't know.
too.
I honestly think BC's got a couple good ones. That Horvath is doing amazing things when he gets the ball.
I agree.
Yes,
Give that guy the rock. Okay,
Running
so
backs
let's
are
finish this
becoming-
game up here. This was Winnipeg 17, Saskatchewan 16. Fuck me. That's boring football. Okay. So total of 33 points. We all picked Winnipeg to win, so we all got 100, but everybody, this was under, and not by a little bit. Charles got 8, Willie got 6, CJ got 0, Rick 0, Sparky went low, he got 20 points, Mike got 0, and Scott got 4. Wow. The second game, the last Friday night, was the Edmonton Elks came into BC to play the Lions. And this game went pretty much the way I expected it. I think Edmonton got some points there in garbage time at the end that made the score look respectable, but the game wasn't. The game wasn't.
I was surprised up until halftime.
Yeah. So you can't say, I mean, Edmonton and BC were tied at half, were they not?
They were
Yes,
tied at halftime.
Yep.
Yeah.
Up till that last drive
it
before
was
the
2-0 for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then as soon as they came out, they just foot on the gas and away it went.
2-0 is a hockey score.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyhow, I was
But on the
I
other
can't say
hand,
I'm
you know, you
impressed
got to
with the
look
BC
at
Lions because they were playing the Elks.
you got to look at it this way. I mean, BC should have won because Cody Fajardo was playing, right, Christopher?
100%.
And he's the worst quarterback in the CFL, right, Christopher? So BC should have won hands down easy, right, Christopher?
No, he's not the worst quarterback in the CFL. He might be the worst starting quarterback in the CFL, and I don't even know if that's true.
Just saying. So, anyways, I'm just
I'm
defending.
just saying that Drew Brown
I'm just
is right
defending.
now,
I'm just defending
in my
Mike.
opinion,
That's all.
isn't happening.
I'm just defending Mike.
So
That's
does
all.
Ottawa have a quarterback coming into this week?
I think they're playing that third stringer, Tyrell something or other.
Tyrell, really?
Okay.
But he did good against Montreal.
Crum is out,
Okay,
and
we're
Brown is out.
not on that game yet. Let's stick with this BC Edmonton game. Charles, do you have
Fair enough.
anything to add to this? Did you go? You didn't go to the game, did
I
you?
wasn't at this game, but I did. I was back home in time to pretty much see the entire second half, or a good majority of it. So, and that was the best part because BC took control of that game right starting from the third quarter on, and they put their foot on the gas and just kind of ran roughshod of the Elks. I thought they were kind of toying with the Elks a little bit. I think I don't know how seriously they took them. I mean, they were close for a while, but you could just feel it. But even though it was a point where it was getting late in the first half, it was 10-3 Edmonton, I believe, at one point.
Yeah.
And even at that point, I never felt at any point that the Lions were in danger of losing that game. I knew they were going to come to the forefront and win, and that's exactly what happened in the second half. Spectacular touchdown run by Nathan Rourke, so nothing really surprised me.
70 yards.
That
70
was
yards.
That was what got me. I was like, I messaged CJ about it. I'm like, who does that remind you of?
Dougie.
That's Flutie, yeah.
That's a Dougie
I
move.
love Flutie all over that one.
I'm just going to say, too, that could be the play that clinches MOP for Nathan Rourke.
It is.
It could be, because there's no way in hell Bo Levi Mitchell could have done that.
He'd still be running now if he tried that.
No, that was.
It impressed me because Terrell Ford was chasing him, and Nathan walked away from him.
And Terrell Ford is a fast runner. He's a
fast
guy.
He was a 4.45.
He hit the gas pedal and it was going.
I was fast back then because I didn't want anybody to ever hit me. So anyhow, no, he was just amazing. It was a good run. It was a good game. Anyhow, this was BC Lions 37, Edmonton 24, a total of 61 points. Willie took Edmonton, and so did the Mike Monster.
What?
And so everybody else got 100 points picking BC. Charles got an additional 38. Willie 22. CJ got 28. Rick got 36. Sparky with 30. Mike at 32, and Scott got 26. That's kind of weird. Scott, Will was low, man. Okay, so Saturday afternoon. I hate noon games. It's disgusting. Okay, was the Montreal Alouettes went into Ottawa to play the Red Blacks. This game meant something to Montreal. It did not mean anything to Ottawa. And Ottawa didn't play a really bad game of football. But Montreal didn't actually light it up either.
No.
But they did what they had to do to win.
They did what they had to do to win, and that's what they needed to do.
Yeah. And a lot of Ottawa's points, let's be real, like they meant something, but it was meaningful to the quarterback at the time. And I think he surprised a lot of people with some of his play. And outplayed Crown.
He played a good game.
Well. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I he's going to be out there again, and who knows, that could be an interesting little matchup.
Hey, can he beat Hamilton? That would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Which version of Hamilton?
Exactly.
Yep.
We got a lot of different versions of football teams right now hitting the field. Fuck,
That's
the
true.
BC game, we had two BC Lions teams in the same game.
Yeah. I mean, Hamilton not long ago just got romped by Bombers, and look what the Bombers just did here. So it's any week, it's who knows.
Yeah. Okay, so this was the Montreal Alouettes 39. Montreal was 39. Ottawa was 28. Total of 67 points. Everybody picked Montreal to win this one. Nobody went off script, including Will. So Charles picked up an extra 26, Will 14, CJ 16, Ricky 24, Sparky with 10, Mike at 28, and Scott 8 points. And the last game was the Toronto Argonauts into Calgary to play the Stampeders. And this was embarrassing.
Yeah.
It was theoretically their third string quarterback. Officially their second with Doge or Dogie or whatever the hell his name is, because Arbuckle's gone for the season. And this was their last game because they're on a bye this week. So they had nothing to play for. And they didn't. They simply didn't play. They just absolute lackadaisical attitude in there. Will, you were at the game?
I was so.
So how did Calgary play?
Calgary played great. Or they played above the level of the other team. They looked like
that wasn't hard.
Not setting a bar.
They looked like they had something to play for, and they did. And they started off right from the get-go with a pick six, second play of the game. And it was all downhill from there for Toronto. And I I once again didn't like that they left Vernon Adams in the game as long as they did. Because in my mind, he should have been out by halftime.
Yeah.
But I don't coach teams, so I guess that's why they do, because it was 28-7 at halftime. Why do you leave your quarterback in?
Take him out.
It's a fair question.
At the very worst, they had a backup quarterback who's had no time this year. And if you didn't want him to throw the ball, then you fucking hand the ball off.
And Mills had a great game.
And Mills had a great game. Absolutely.
Absolutely great.
So why do you do what you do? So to speak, Dave Dickinson. Come on.
Well, Dave's not the offensive coordinator. The other guy is.
Mm-hmm.
If Dave says pull the quarterback out, the quarterback comes out.
Yeah, well, I don't know if Dave does that. And once again, no starter wants to come out of the game.
Agreed.
Yeah,
But
but
So,
in a case like
mean-
this, though, you can't listen to the player because the player is always going to want to play.
right.
You
And I don't
you
know.
gotta think about what's best.
One of the things I've noticed the most about Vernon Adams this season that annoys the shit out of me is that he actually believes he's a 280-pound running back because he tries to run people over. He doesn't slide. He goes head first. And that's why he's been hurt for seasons on end.
I was going to say that's why he's had injury issues.
Yes. Look at a guy like Cody Fajardo. He goes down 20 yards before anybody touches him. Okay? Because he doesn't want to get hurt.
Flops over.
Yeah, he does.
He's like one of those. Cody reminds me of one of those fainting goats.
So,
They
anyways,
get scared, they just tip over.
it was a good effort by Calgary. And I believe, in order to keep the right mindset, you have to win going into the playoffs. And they won. And they should win against Edmonton as well. So
They should. 100% agreed. The only thing I don't like about this game and the previous game for Calgary is that it's getting them back their mojo coming
I
into
like
the
that part.
playoffs,
I like that part.
which is good for Will. But I'm not excited about that being a BC Lions fan.
I mean, their defense played well. Aiden Green, I think his name is back to his interceptions, which he's had a lot.
He had a good game
here. Yep. And but Vernon Adams can have 3 bad passes and then his confidence is out the window and he's back to shit again.
Yeah,
So
he falls apart.
But the key once again, let's go back to this every single time. The key to give him confidence is hand the ball off to Mills.
Mm-hmm.
Get him going.
And Mills is a good running back.
The run sets up the pass. It always has.
Yeah. Well, it didn't. Isn't Mills the number one quarterback or running back in the league right now? Or
Yes,
I believe so. Yeah.
he's the top running back.
yeah.
Yep.
Butler's number 2, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
And Butler can't catch him.
No, I don't think that's true.
I don't think
But he's
that-
150
close.
yards up on him.
It's close.
He'd have to have a really good game.
Yep.
I think
And
there's
Mills would have
150
to not
yards
play.
separating them.
Somewhere in that area.
And once again, and Dave's never done this. He doesn't care about personal records. And if game's in hand, he'll take guys out regardless. So
And he should.
yes, absolutely. I agree. That's why they call it
Okay,
the
so
ultimate team sport.
this was the Calgary Stampeders 44, the Toronto Argonauts 13. That's very embarrassing. So total of 57 points. Everybody picked Calgary to win. You only went off script on one game this week, William.
Well, yeah, I was trying to make some headway. Wait till you see what I'm going to pick this week to make some headway.
You thought you'd make headway with Edmonton?
Yeah, that's the only pick I had. Remember, we talked about that.
Yep.
You've been drinking Mike's Kool-Aid. Don't do that.
That was the only.
Don't do that.
That was the only one where I could gain ground because the other ones weren't going to happen.
Okay, so Charles got 20 points. Will got 28. CJ got 36. Rick had 40, Sparky at 34, Mike at 16, and Scott at 38. Okay, so the standings end up this way. We got 1 week left. I got something going on here. Sorry. CJ's top score at 6660. Charles is about 52 points behind. Sparky's another 22 behind Charles. William is back 200 points. Not going to catch. Or sorry, that's Sparky. Sparky's back. No, that's Will is back 200 points. Sorry. And then Rick is back. He's 1,000 points back of CJ. And actually, Scott's a lot closer to Mike than I thought he would be. But hey, there they are, 28 and 2,200 respectively. Okay. So here's where we stand for the year so far. We've got CJ is at 50-27 at 0.649. Actually, Scott is 18-1 at 0.947, but that doesn't really count. Mike is back at 0.647 is percentage-wise here. Charles is at 49-28, so is Sparky. Will is at 47-30, so he's back 2 games behind Charles and Sparky, 3 back from CJ. And Rick is, he's close to 500 at 42-35. Unless he'll be fine. Okay. So the CFL Pick'em Media, Pat Steinberg is leading at 51-26. Not happy about that. And he's picking the same teams that I am. So I'm not going to gain on him. So we'll see what happens. So the first game up this week is going to be the Ottawa-Hamilton. Ottawa into Hamilton, the rematch from... No, it's not.
No.
Nope.
No, it wasn't. My bad. That was Montreal and Ottawa. Okay, so it's Hamilton is into Ottawa for the last game of the year. No, the other way around. Ottawa's in Hamilton. My bad. We'll do power rankings after. I got sidetracked here. Sorry. CFL Pick'em's got Hamilton straight across the board. FanDuel has Hamilton by 14.5. Holy shit. Have you ever seen anything that high on a spread? 14 points.
5?
With an over-under of 52.5. CFL Pick'em has Hamilton at 94, Ottawa 6. Sparky has Hamilton at 52. Mike has Hamilton at 49. CJ has Hamilton at 54. I'm going with the Ticats. I think they're the better team. Who knows? Is Hamilton going to play? Yes, they need to. They're trying to sew up top spot and the bye. So if they win this game, they've done that. If they don't win this game, then they have to rely on somebody else for help. So I think Hamilton's going to come out and play some football. And Ottawa is Ottawa. They're eliminated from the playoffs, and it's over for them. That's my call on it. Scott, what do you want to do here?
I think if Ottawa had a different head coach, I might actually consider them a possibility. But I've got Hamilton at 53.
You got Hamilton at 53.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, hang on.
Or
I missed Sparky. Hamilton at 52 for Sparky. There we go.
Excuse me.
I don't know if I did that right. Hamilton at 52. Mike has Hamilton at 49. And Rick has Hamilton at 58. CJ's got Hamilton at 54. Now we got Scott at 53 for the Hammer. William, this is your chance to go off.
Ottawa, 55.
55?
Yes, sir.
Got nothing to
He's going to
lose.
go off the board on
Double
every
Nick.
pick this week.
No, I'm not. You know, I
Charles,
went.
what are you going to do to catch CJ?
Well, sorry, I'm not gonna pick Ottawa to do it because, quite frankly, Ottawa would have trouble beating a junior team, and Montreal has something to play for. And it's not like they're just cruising like Saskatchewan is in first in the West. They're actually trying to lock first place down, so they've got something to play for.
Hamilton
Although then
is.
again, yes, Hamilton. Then again, even with their backup Taylor Powell in, I still think they could beat Ottawa. But I'm going to pick Ottawa 50.
If you want to change your score, Charles,
Somebody else says 50?
you said Ottawa 50.
Hamilton 50, not Ottawa.
Oh, you
I'm
want to
helping
be
you out
just
here, buddy,
you want to
because
be with
if
me,
you
Charles. I know
say it,
you
it
do.
doesn't change. Sparky's going to write it
Sparky,
down.
Hamilton 50, Sparky. Write that down.
I should have been quiet there. Sparky would have got ahead of you.
Yeah, you might have. Gee.
Okay. The next
What a
game
save.
up is the Calgary Stampeders going into Edmonton to play the Elks. The Elks have been eliminated from the playoffs. Calgary is still fighting for a position. I think the only thing they can't do is they can't cross over.
Yeah.
Right?
That's right.
So Calgary cannot cross over, but they could be in second or third. So we'll see what happens here. CFL Pick'em has Stampeders straight across the board. FanDuel has Calgary at 4.5 with an over-under of 53.5. CFL Pick'em has Calgary 75%, Edmonton 25. Sparky Calculator has Calgary at 52. Mike has Calgary at 44. Rick has Calgary at 58. CJ is taking the Calgary Stampeders at 54. Edmonton is not a real football team. Sorry. Oh, maybe they are. Mike is Mike going to listen to this? I don't
He
know.
will. He will.
I think you will.
Cody Fajardo sucks.
You know what, CJ? Mike doesn't have to listen to this. He knows what you're going to say.
But to be fair,
He does
Mike
so.
was kind of agreeing with that though after the game last week. He was extremely critical. of
yeah, but
Cody
once he
Fajardo.
Shit the bed.
Once he has a chance to let the emotions go back to normal, he'll probably be back to Cody Lover.
He would. I'm sure.
Well, he'll be a Cody lover for a long time. You know what? I've noticed on Mike's posts online, every sports team he's a fan of, he absolutely loves them.
Yeah, he's a diehard
yeah.
for everyone he cheers for.
Yeah, he is.
Regardless
He
of
won't
how
pay for that.
pathetic the team is.
Yeah.
And you know what? I have no problem with that.
Neither do I.
No, none
I
at
actually
all.
like that. I find that refreshing because you're not a
Once-
bandwagoner.
Once again, there are Cleveland Brown fans out there, okay?
Right?
Dog pound.
Yep. Kind of
There are.
reminds me of Rider fans. Just saying.
I was just going to say exactly that. Just that.
Shout out to
Okay,
Kelly Bale.
Charles. Calgary into
Yes.
Edmonton.
Oh man, I mean, it's
You
the
going off
battle of it's the battle of Alberta, and Edmonton would love to play spoiler to any chance of Calgary getting second place. I'm sorry, I just don't see it happening. They're just not a good enough team. Again, they're a team that's one and they're done. They're not going to the playoffs. They just don't want to get hurt late in the game. I can't see them pulling out the upset. I'd love to see it, but I don't see it happening. So I'm going to go Edmonton. Calgary. I caught myself this time. Calgary 51.
Calgary 51. William.
Yeah, so how does this work? If Calgary wins and BC wins, BC's in second place.
BC's in second.
Okay,
Yes, that's
yeah.
correct.
because I would really like. I'm going to cheer for BC this year because I don't want to sit in the cold in Calgary for a playoff game. I really don't. I'm getting too old. Okay, so but I still think Cody Fajardo has nothing to play for. Maybe they'll even play Trey Ford. What do you think?
No.
No,
I think they will.
Nah,
Not if
I
you
could
didn't
see
pull him
playing
last week.
part of the game.
I think they will.
I think
They have to decide whether they're keeping him.
I think
Yeah.
they've already decided it.
Yeah,
I
do
don't
too.
think they are keeping him, but
He's
They
probably
didn't put
gone
him in last
know.
week. I don't know.
because he wants to and he believes he is a starter. Okay. I don't know on what
So does
team.
his dad.
they might be the only
He
two
would
at this
be the
point.
number one quarterback on most high school teams today. Anyways,
Well,
I've
Debatable.
never heard his brother say anything about him.
yeah, that's funny, isn't it?
Yep.
Because
I was just thinking
never
that.
once.
I was literally just thinking that.
The Philpott brothers say lots about each other all the time. And
Oh,
it's
yeah.
actually
Yes.
quite complimentary. And they are very competitive between each
Yeah.
other. Anyways,
Oh, 100% they are.
you know what? I think Calgary has a little bit of a chip on their shoulder because of the way Edmonton embarrassed them the last time they were in Edmonton, the game after Labor Day.
That's
So
true.
I think Calgary's going to win, and I'm going to go with Calgary 55.
Calgary at 55. Scott, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go with Calgary at 56 if that's available. I think it's gonna be a little closer than what might be anticipated, but Calgary needs it.
Yep. Okay. This next game is a challenge for me. Okay.
Where's it at?
It is the
Winnipeg.
What's that?
It's in Winnipeg.
Winnipeg.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
It's in Winnipeg. This is the Montreal Alouettes playing in Winnipeg to play the Blue Bombers. Now, this is the only game where the CFL media is split, where Jamie Nye and Pat Steinberg have taken Winnipeg.
Mhm.
The other three have gone with Montreal. FanDuel has Winnipeg at 5.5 with an over-under of 49.5. CFL Pick'em has Montreal 54, Winnipeg 46. That's close. Sparky is picking Winnipeg at 50. Mike has taken Montreal at 56. And Rick has taken Winnipeg at 58. This is a fucking all over the place type of thing, man. I don't know what's going on here. What is Sparky again? Sparky was Winnipeg at 50. Okay, Charles, what are you going to do?
Oh, this is a tough one here. I mean, on one hand, Davis Alexander has never lost.
Correct.
And he's the Bombers. I was going to say they still have sights on second place. The Bombers are not getting second place. Let's rule that out right now. They're trying to probably stay out of the crossover. Although the crossover may
Why?
not be the worst thing. You might have an easier time in the crossover. I'd still rather go up against either Montreal or Hamilton than BC or Calgary, to be perfectly honest. But
And if you think about it,
you know what?
if you think about it, Winnipeg is closer to the east than any of the other
That's
teams.
correct. It's less travel.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially if you're
Less
talking
travel
about
to Montreal than to BC.
Yeah, I was gonna say, especially
Yep.
if they're coming all the way out to BC for the semifinal, because that's right out to the coast. I'm gonna pick Montreal. I can see a case for Winnipeg winning. I don't think they're going to win personally. No, you know what? Damn, I don't know what CJ's doing. That's the problem.
Well, ask CJ what he's doing.
So why you went first?
Okay, I'm gonna go Winnipeg. I don't think Winnipeg's gonna win, to be honest. But I need to do something. But now CJ can just copy me, and then even if Winnipeg loses, no harm, no foul. So what the hell? I'm gonna go with Winnipeg. I don't know what he's gonna do. I'll pick Winnipeg. No,
Would you like
I'm
to call
going
a friend?
no, I'll go
50-50.
Winnipeg. I'll take the shot. I'll go Winnipeg. 58. No, 59. Because Rick, I think, picked 58.
Rick's got 58.
Yeah.
Okay. That was about as indecisive as it could get, Charles. Okay.
It was really tough decision, to be honest.
You just flipped a coin,
And you know
Charles.
what it is? It's the hard game to pick because if Hamilton wins, which we all anticipate them to do over Ottawa, will Montreal start resting players?
That's my question there.
Because that doesn't matter to them.
At that point, no, it means
the win
nothing.
Doesn't matter.
So that's my big question.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one. William, what do you want to do here?
No,
you going
no,
with Davis Alexander on 13 straight wins?
Before I am.
I'm picking you right now.
You're picking before me. Go ahead.
Wait, you're the one that's chasing Sparky and Charles. You're never going to catch me.
I'm not chasing Sparky and Charles. Second and third place is second best loser and third best loser. I'm chasing you.
Okay. You can't catch me.
Yes, I can.
You cannot. You're 3 games back.
Right? And there's 4 games this weekend.
Right? And we've already agreed on the Calgary game.
So that means you have to pick. Yeah, that means you have to pick the 3 on the other. All the 3 different.
That's correct.
No. You can't beat me.
Yes, I can.
He can tie you.
You can only tie me.
Okay. Whatever. Keep on going. Pick a team, CJ.
So what do you want, William?
Friend.
Pick a team, CJ.
What?
There's arguments for both teams.
There is. It's a tough one to pick. So what are you doing, William?
What are you doing, CJ?
He's not going to pick till you do.
I know what I'm doing.
Okay, well, pick.
I 100% know what I'm doing.
Pick then.
You pick.
No, you pick.
No. Jesus, how long are we going to be here for?
Oh, I'll be here all fucking night.
Scott, what do you want in this game?
Difficult.
Tell
one.
CJ to pick first.
I couldn't fucking care.
Scott doesn't care.
I couldn't fucking. Here's the thing. Winnipeg has to run Brady Oliveira in this game, and when he does, they're successful. And like has been said, is if Hamilton wins, does Montreal start sitting players? I'm gonna go Winnipeg 60.
Here's the thing, though. Is this game that important enough to run him a bunch of times and risk injury going into the playoffs? I'm not sure it is.
Is it
You already
having
had Zach
Collaros in?
He already was last week. You have to.
Yeah, it's pretty stupid. Yeah, I guess that's true.
You already have Strevler as a backup running back.
Mm.
They have to. They have no choice. If they don't,
yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay, William.
Go ahead, CJ.
CJ is taking. Drum roll, please. I am taking the Winnipeg Blue Bombers at 54, and the reason is Montreal's not going to have to play.
Jay.
Oh, because you think Hamilton's going to win.
So you know what I'm doing then, right?
God damn.
Yeah, you're going to take Montreal. 55. The question is, Charles, are you changing your pick?
55.
No.
55.
But the other thing,
you're
too,
taking,
is that...
You have to say it, William. Montreal at 55, is that what you're doing?
Montreal at 55, yes, sir.
Thank you. Because if Sparky doesn't hear it, he doesn't write it down.
See, and the other thing, too,
because I'm never going to take BC. I'm never going to take Saskatchewan over BC. Not ever. And if I don't say it, Sparky just gets upset. Says, who you taking, BC or Saskatchewan?
Yeah,
and I'm going, no. I'm taking the BC Lions every time. Okay, so CFL Pick'em has the BC Lions straight across the board on this one. FanDuel has the Lions at 7.5 with a 51.5 over under. CFL Pick'em has BC at 73. Saskatchewan 27. Sparky has BC 51. Mike has BC 45. 45. Rick has BC at 58. CJ is taking the BC Lions at 54. I should do 64, but I'm going to do 54. And Sparky is taking BC here. I didn't write Sparky's down. That was a problem. 51. Scott, what are you doing?
I don't actually think this game is going to be as high scoring as they might think. I don't know how long the starters for Saskatchewan's offense will be in there, and I don't know that it really matters. I don't think that they're gonna keep Trevor Harris as protected as possible, which means quick passes. I'm gonna go BC obviously over at 50 on this one.
I didn't hear the score.
BC 50.
He's in. Yeah.
5-0.
5-0. Yeah.
Okay.
Not bad.
And you're taking the Lions.
Yes.
Okay. William.
Okay. For Sparky, Saskatchewan 55.
Oh, hang on. I put that under Charles. That'd have been funny. Okay, sorry. Charles, what are you gonna
Especially if I beat you with that.
do?
Like you,
That'll
I'm not gonna pick Saskatchewan to beat BC. No. I'm not. First of all, BC will be playing pretty much the regular team. Saskatchewan will have a lot of backups in, and even their starters, I can't see them playing them much in a quarter, maybe a quarter and a little bit. Why would you play them a lot? It's way too risky to play them for a long time. And even when they do play, they're going to be probably playing a pretty vanilla offense. They're not going to do anything stupid to pick up an injury. This is going to be a glorified pre-exhibition game, to be honest, especially for Saskatchewan. BC's going to win, say BC 55.
No. Oh,
no, somebody else got it?
Will took 55.
But Saskatchewan, does it matter?
Yeah, I know, but it's a dumb
I'll
score.
go BC 56.
No, Mikey's got, 56. You got it.
Okay.
There you go. William. All right, we got William. We got everybody. That's picked. That's the games. That's our last week of CFL Pick'em for the regular season. Then we have 2 games, and then 2 games, and then 1 game.
Goodbye.
And then we have no games.
Goodbye and good riddance to the Elks, Red Blacks, and Argos.
Yes.
Argos went away last week.
Good.
Okay.
That was embarrassing.
Will Cody
That's the end of that.
Will Cody Fajardo be at the MOP ceremonies or not?
Well, he's still a nominee, isn't
He's going to be nominated.
Well, I heard they were looking for people to park cars, so I don't know.
But they nominated Rankin for MOP.
Well done.
Did they nominate him as their MOP? Because I know Calgary's nomination.
No, they didn't.
Rankin.
Rankin was.
Rankin.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense.
It does.
Yeah, like Charles said, he's going to go park cars.
Cody didn't even make it on the Elks. When you can't make MOP on the Elks, you're shit. Okay? You are shit.
That's just for you, Mike. Just so you know.
Cody's going to drive the bus so he can start throwing people underneath of it.
That's funny.
That's what he does best.
It is.
Okay, so I did not hear what the nominations are. So we're going to go team by team by team by team here. Charles, you put this in here, right?
I did.
Good stuff. Let's see what happens. So, this is now the George Reed MOP?
Oh,
I
that's
didn't know
nice.
that.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So
like that
George
for a while,
Reed,
I
most outstanding player. BC nomination is Nathan Rourke. Edmonton is Justin
Really?
Rankin.
Did they pick Nathan Rourke? How come
Yeah, they did.
Butler? How come they didn't pick
did.
Butler?
I personally, they could have picked Keon Hatcher,
Absolutely.
and I wouldn't have been upset. The guy had an amazing fucking year. 1,900 yards. Wow. Okay. Calgary took Diedrich Mills.
Makes sense.
Saskatchewan, Trevor Harris.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Winnipeg was Brady Oliveira, Hamilton, Bo Levi Mitchell. Toronto is Nick Arbuckle. Ottawa had somebody that they could pick.
Yeah, he's a wideout.
Pimpleton's all right.
Yeah,
Pimpleton.
he is.
And Montreal was Davis Alexander. Now,
A guy's missed half the season and he still gets picked as your MOP.
well,
I don't
Nathan
understand.
Rourke did in 2022.
I was gonna say I can't say anything because Rourke did before they did that with Rourke.
Yeah, okay.
Rourke was the MOP that year. He had an amazing fucking year when he played.
Don't even start.
If I was Montreal, I might have gone for Beverette.
Half a season does not make a season.
I'm cognizant, and I'm not denying that.
Thank you.
If Nathan Rourke doesn't win in 2022, there's no way Davis Alexander is going to win this year.
Probably not.
Okay, so it's going to be Bo Levi Mitchell or Nick Arbuckle against Nathan Rourke.
No, it should be
No,
Bo against Nathan for sure.
It's going to be Bo against Nathan.
Yeah,
You don't
there's
think
no,
Nick is going to take out Bo?
not a chance.
Come on.
No.
Not a chance.
Okay, so now the next one up is the tallest midget award, and BC has nominated Nathan Rourke. Edmonton has Joel DeBlanco. Calgary has Jalen Philpott. Saskatchewan is AJ Allen. Winnipeg is Brady Oliveira. Hamilton is Mark Leggio. Mark Leggio is a Canadian. I didn't know that.
Yep.
Toronto is Kevin Mittal. Now, Kevin had an amazing year.
Yeah.
He was a good receiver this year.
He reminds me of oh my Lord, in Winnipeg. What's his name? Dembski, yes.
Yeah,
No, he's got a long way to
he
go.
had a good year.
Yeah.
Ottawa picked Daniel Adobio.
Attaboy, yeah.
Attaboy.
Attaboye. I can't spell
Attaboye.
or do this. And who wants to do Montreal?
Isaac
Isaac
Ademi.
Berglund. Isaac Ademi Berglund.
Okay, fine. Boof. There you go. So I honestly believe the MOP award is going to Nathan Rourke. That's my opinion. Does anybody have any other suggestions? Because it's going to be Nathan Rourke against Bo Levi Mitchell, and I think Nathan's going to win.
I have a fear about this.
Yeah, I do too.
I have a fear that the friggin' writers, sports writers, are going to say, well, we're giving Nathan Rourke the outstanding Canadian. Let's get Bo Levi Mitchell the MOP. I will be absolutely furious.
Or it's Bo's almost last season.
Yeah.
It is his last season, yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah, I think the same way.
And he also got robbed last year, so.
So the question is, who's going to be the MOP? William.
Well, you know I'm never, ever, 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 ever gonna pick a BC Lion. You know that.
Hey,
and I
fine.
don't
So
care.
you're going with Mitchell.
And I don't care if he has 15,000 yards. So I'm gonna go with Bo.
That's fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Scott, what are you doing?
Nathan Rourke.
Charles?
Oh, Nathan Rourke, honestly.
Is that a question?
Okay,
If he's winning the MOP, he's going
Nathan
to
Rourke?
win.
And thank God
are you
it's not gonna be.
so
Thank
then
God,
he's going to be the tallest midget
Not gonna be
award
a
as
blue
well,
bomber.
right?
thank God it's not gonna be another running back this year.
Yes. Okay, so most outstanding Canadian. I think, fuck this thing. I hate 3-down nation. Their pop-up ads are all over the goddamn place. Okay, I think the outstanding Canadian is going to be Rourke as well. If he's going to get the MOP award, he's going to get the most outstanding Canadian without hands down. I would have liked to see Matthew Betts or Justin McInnes in this award from BC and just saying Nathan's, yeah, okay, whatever. But at least then it would have been fair to everybody else. Anybody want to argue with the most outstanding Canadian?
Well, once again, that's a no-brainer. How can you be the most outstanding player and not be, if he's Canadian, and not be the most outstanding Canadian? It just
agreed.
That's why we should get rid of that thing called the Canadian ratio.
Yeah,
you think? At least get rid of this award.
If a Canadian wins MOP and doesn't win most outstanding Canadian, there's something screwy going on.
Like, wow, this is weird.
Unless they decide to sit there and say Nathan got one, we have to give it to somebody else.
Man, do we look like shit if it happens like that?
Yeah. Okay. So, most outstanding defensive player. BC Lions, Matthew Betts. Edmonton, Cordell Jackson. Calgary, Clarence Hicks. Saskatchewan, Jameer Thurman. Winnipeg, Evan Holm. Hamilton, Julian Hauser. Toronto, Cameron Judge.
Where's the
Ottawa,
L?
Jovan Santo Knox. And Montreal's this Isaac guy again.
Isaac Ademi Berland.
William, do you face palming for a reason?
You know what? Has there been a real outstanding guy this year? I don't think so.
No. Every one of them is
yeah. Matthew Betts has had a really good second half. He was very slow in the first half.
I mean,
he is the sack leader.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what?
Yeah. So what?
Sacks are an
I'm going to
overrated
do the
stat.
homer pick and go with Betts.
I honestly kind of agree with Scott that I think it's going to be Berglund. He has had a really good year in Montreal.
Okay.
Once again, Willie's sitting here looking at this list and realizing that there's 1, 2, 3 ex-Calgary Stampeders on this list, eh? Anyway.
The other thing, too, is I do agree, based on the second half of the season, that Matthew Betts is a very strong standout. They're also not going to let BC win every fucking award.
No. I'm going to go, believe it or not, and you should all be sitting down, I'm going to go with Jameer Thurman.
I was thinking of him, too.
That was my runner-up.
Yeah.
I think he's been
not outstanding. He'll come out of the West.
If not outstanding, he's been steady all year.
He's been consistent.
Yeah.
Okay. Coming down the list, we have most outstanding offensive lineman, Jarrell Broxton from BC. I don't know who this guy is.
Well, I know who he is.
I'm not picking him. Edmonton, David Beard.
Christopher, he's the guy who protects Nathan Rourke.
Yeah. That's why Rourke's running for his life all the time.
Jesus.
Calgary has Zach Williams. Saskatchewan, Jermarcus Hardrick. Winnipeg, Stanley Bryant. They might as well have fucking Santa Claus there. Wow. Hamilton has Brandon Rievenberg. Toronto has Peter Nicastro. It's kind of like the guy from Cuba. Ottawa has Dino Boyd, and Montreal is Justin Lawrence. I have no idea who any of these guys are. Couldn't care less. Charles, who are you picking for
I'm going to say Brandon Revenberg. He's done an excellent job of keeping Levi Mitchell at his age upright for most of this season. He would be my pick.
It's kind of where I was leaning. Scott?
To be honest, I'm going to go with Jermarcus Hardrick. The Riders have had a pretty revolving door at the offensive line, and similar to Revenberg, he's been doing a good job at getting the old line on board and keeping Trevor relatively standing up. So I'm going to go Jamarcus Hardwick.
Okay.
Revenberg is my runner-up.
Yoshi.
Yeah.
William.
I'm going homer pick here. I'm going Zach Williams.
Okay.
And I have, just so you know, I have noticed all of these guys this year.
I know you're an O-line specialist. Okay, that's kind of where you hang out. Okay, so outstanding special teams player. You know what? I have a real problem with this award. And somebody had said earlier that we shouldn't be giving away the MOP and the Canadian. We should have the best quarterback, and we should have the best lineman, and we have the best receiver.
Do it
and
by
whatever
position,
else. Because
which I actually kind of like.
You've got Sean White going against Javon Leake. You got a kicker against a returner. And I don't think that's fair for either one of them. You know, like Sean White was amazingly consistent this year. What did he miss? 3 all year, above 95%. And Javon Leake had some amazing returns for Edmonton. How do you do this, right?
Yeah,
so
because
anyhow,
it's hard to compare.
You can't, there's no comparison.
Yeah.
So you got Sean White for BC. Edmonton has Javon Leake. Calgary has Mark Vassett. Saskatchewan is Nick Weeb. Winnipeg was Trey Valval. Mark Leggio in Hamilton. Liam Hiralahu in Toronto. And Ottawa has Khalil Pimpleton. William, you're staring at your page too much.
Well, no, I'm staring at my phone. There are 4 kickers on that list, and kickers are really special guys.
Yeah, Will's going to rule out the kickers right from the beginning.
I've ruled out the kickers already. Javon Leake. There we go.
I can't argue with that one, but I'm going to go with Sean White. Homer pick, and plus he's the best kicker. So Scott, what do you want to do here?
Wow.
I'm actually going to go with Javon Leake as well. I don't think a kicker is going to get awarded that one, even though Sean White deserves it. He's had an amazing year.
He had an amazing year.
But I'm going to go for Javon Leake.
Yeah, make it 3 for Javon Leake. That was going to be my pick. I mean, and you're right about what you're saying. I mean, kickers, Sean White's had a great year again. But the thing is, kicking going on, it's not spectacular. It's not particularly exciting. When you compare it to Javon Leake and some of the great returns he's had, it gets more attention. It's just how it is.
Yeah. And again,
I agree with you.
This is screwed by the wrong kind of category. If it was most outstanding kicker, Sean White by a mile.
Yeah, that's not even a question.
No.
At that point.
But in Williams' defense, that you can't have that award because it would be an oxymoron. Yeah. How do you have an outstanding kicker? They're kickers.
Because they all miss.
Well, they don't have to worry about that because with the rule changes, there won't be much kicking.
There won't be much kicking. No. Okay.
That's what Will likes it.
Take.
Most outstanding rookie. This one's going to be interesting. BC has Robert Carter Jr. with probably the most amazing catch of the season.
That catch, in my opinion.
That catch alone should have got him this award. Edmonton has Shalene Garnes. Calgary with Chris Fortin. Saskatchewan with Peyton Collins. Winnipeg as Trey Vaval. Hamilton at Devin Bezaruk. And Toronto with Derek Slajka.
Oh, him. Ooh.
Yeah. He did all right, but...
He's that killer, right?
Yeah. He did a good job. He just was on a shitty team, and they're not going to give that away.
No.
Charles, what are you going to do here?
Well, it's going to sound like a homer pick, and maybe a little bit it is, but I'm going to go with Robert Carter Jr., not just for that catch, even though that interception against Hamilton was still amazing. I've actually got a still photo of that they gave out at the next game. But he's actually had an extremely good year at defensive back, which I think is a rookie in a very, very, very difficult position, especially when you're going up a lot of times against veteran receivers. I think he's asserted himself really, really well. So Robert Carter Jr. is my pick.
And he got a pick last week against Edmonton.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did.
He did.
It was that the pick six? Yeah, I believe
it was the pick six, I think.
Yeah,
I think it was. Yeah, it was pick six.
Off an MOP caliber quarterback in Cody Fajardo.
It's funny how Mike says that he's the MOP, and yet he didn't even get his own nomination in that team. I think I got this feeling Mike's full of shit.
He must know. Mike must know more than the team.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. They need to listen to Mike more. William, who are you taking?
I'm going another homer pick, but I have my reasons. Chris Fortin. Probably the second most difficult position on offense, and that's center. And he's a rookie, and he's been fantastic this year. So I'm sure he won't get the rookie award because it's not flashy, but that's my
pick.
That's my pick.
I don't disagree with your logic. I just can't see them giving it to an O lineman.
No.
And what are you doing, Scott?
I have to go with Robert Carter Jr. from BC, and mainly, the interception was amazing, but I mean he's done more than just doing that. So he's been a real help on getting the BC defense going the way they are, and he's not stopping.
Oh, did you see this article in here by Cody Fajardo? Likens the BC Lions to the 2023 Montreal Alouettes, calls them the Grey Cup winning team.
It's on the agenda.
So,
Yep.
why for the first time, Christopher, why for the first time in your life are you listening to Cody Fajardo?
I'm not.
Okay, thank you.
I'm not. Doesn't mean he's not wrong. I just don't listen to him.
Well, no, I can guarantee right now BC's not going to win the Grey Cup. You know why?
Because Cody Fajardo picked them?
No, because I'm going to pick them.
That's sad. Okay. So those are the award nominations. So we're going to get when do we get the finalists?
I think we normally will get them either next week or the week after.
Yeah.
It'll go down to...
I think it's right after the semifinal.
I think you're right, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Ryan Dinwiddie is quoted as saying, Toronto Argonauts did best we could without Chad Kelly.
No.
I thought this was an article from The Onion or something because it's so ridiculous. The headline alone is ridiculous.
Chad Kelly is nothing special, and I don't think he would have done a better job than Arbuckle.
No, not really.
It wasn't
Arbuckle. We remember who won the Grey Cup last year, right?
What's that?
Right.
We remember who won the Grey Cup last year, right?
Yeah. It wasn't Arbuckle that was the reason why Toronto lost. It was just Toronto as a whole sucked.
It was, but overall,
if you look at
Toronto was their defensive backfield was decimated because none of those players stayed from the Grey Cup year, and they had a great defensive backfield.
Once you win the Grey Cup, you get picked apart by other teams in free agency.
Yep.
Because you can't keep them all.
Arbuckle was like number 3 in the quarterback stats this year, so he's no slouch.
He started out up there.
And I'm sorry, about 8 weeks ago, didn't Dinwiddie say that Arbuckle that Kelly was ready to go or almost ready to go?
Oh, he said that he would be in week 7.
You know what? I honestly believe that he saw how how crappy the team was and didn't want to come back. I firmly believe that.
What I don't understand is this whole, like, he put out this thing saying, this is my return date after their bye, and then nothing.
And then nothing happened after that.
Yeah.
And then
And then
they
all
say
of a
that
sudden-
we're going to keep him out
Then
for the
we
rest
never
of the
heard
season.
from him. Yeah.
No. He's not that good of a quarterback.
And he spent most of the season in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Buffalo Bills can have him.
And they had like what? They had that one season where they were 14-4 or 15-3 when he was the quarterback. I'm sorry. I think the defense played a lot bigger role in that season than he did.
Oh, 100%.
Hang on. Also, what factored in, that was the COVID heavies on the divisions. And they played Ottawa like 4 times and Hamilton 4 times.
Yeah.
And they literally got to beat up on the weakest teams in the league.
Yeah.
That was one of
Repeatedly.
the worst teams for the East.
If
Because they had first place wrapped up by like Labor Day.
Yeah. It was ridiculous.
if Arbuckle is healthy next year, Toronto is nuts not to sign him.
So,
Absolutely.
and then remember that year they went into the playoff, hosted the Eastern Final, and folded like
But
a cheap lawn chair in that game.
But here's the thing. Look at the quarterback scenario going into next year. Someone's taking Chad Kelly.
Oh, someone will for sure.
Oh, sure they will.
A lot of people think he might end up in Winnipeg.
I'm personally
I don't
thinking.
doubt it.
I'm thinking he could be in Saskatchewan.
Nope. Well, I'll take
That's-
I'll take a losing season with Mayer. Don't worry. I'd rather lose than to
Well-
have Kelly.
He could
We
go to
have-
Edmonton.
I honestly think Cody's going to end up in Winnipeg.
Wouldn't that
Cody
be
who?
Cody
Cool.
or Chad?
Cody.
Cody Fajardo in Winnipeg? That would
I
be
do.
interesting.
As the starter?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Cody's not going to take a backup role unless he knows he's going to turn into the starter. That's why he went to Edmonton and didn't stay in Montreal. He knew he wouldn't be a starter in Montreal.
I don't think he
Might
really
as
had a
well-
choice. They traded him.
Now, yeah, but if he would, he could have stayed there as a backup. I don't think that they would have traded him. I think he sat and said, "No, I want to start," and so Montreal helped him find a team that would start. Then they looked at Edmonton and said, "Best chance is Trey Ford," and he said, "Yep." And he outperformed Trey Ford in training camp. They had to go with him because they had announced him. They just signed Trey Ford to this big deal.
Yeah, but it wasn't
It wasn't a big deal.
Not big
It was
money,
$265,000.
but wasn't it for several
Brady
years?
Oliveira makes more.
No, but wasn't it for several years? Like 3 or something?
I think so.
Yeah.
It was $265,000 was his
Yeah.
hard money for 2025.
That's
But I mean,
nothing for a
another-
starting quarterback.
Yeah. I don't know. I see Cody. I do see Cody. Maybe not, but I see him heading to potentially Winnipeg.
Hey, but that's not the question that we have right now is where's Chad Kelly going to play football next year?
Edmonton.
Is that right? Nah, I think he'll stick to an Eastern team, to be honest with you. Ottawa.
I don't know.
Ottawa? Hamilton?
Ottawa's going to depend. Here's the thing. Ottawa's going to depend on what they do with Dice and who they bring in as head coach.
Doesn't did what's his name in Hamilton, the head coach?
Milanovic.
Yeah. Did he ever coach? No, he didn't. I was gonna say,
Coach-
did he ever coach Chad Kelly?
Scott
Oh, he
Milanovic.
was gone before that.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
I think Scott Milanovic really likes Taylor Powell, though.
Yeah, probably.
I like Taylor Powell. I think he's a good quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
He's done well when he's gone in.
So I don't think that they're going to jump sideways into something special,
Yeah.
short bus
'Cause the other-
special Cali.
The other part too is how many coaching changes are we going to see this off season?
Ottawa for sure, I think.
Well, Ottawa has to. You gotta start looking
Ottawa
at
has to.
Winnipeg. Gotta start looking at Winnipeg.
No.
I
Yeah.
doubt it.
Once
I
again,
am not going to do that.
Not
I,
yet.
I don't disagree that it should happen. It won't, though.
Not
but
yet.
Mike
once
O'Shea-
again, the minute
Mike
you
O'Shea's up,
fire
though.
the minute you fire Mike O'Shea, another team's going to pick him up like 10 seconds later.
Mhm.
Guaranteed.
Oh, he'll go to Ottawa the next day.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But can Mike O'Shea coach a regular team without big huge people on there?
no.
TJ
We
figured
don't
that
know.
out.
I've been saying that for a long time.
Like look at the look at the team he's got this year. What
Probably
bothers
not,
me,
but I think they're going to give him a chance.
yeah, I don't know.
I don't think you're going to see a coaching change other than Ottawa. I do
don't-
not see another coaching change.
No,
Could
I
be
don't
right.
either.
There's no way Edmonton's going to go away from Mark Killam,
No, he's done a good job.
right?
He has done a good job. They shouldn't go away
Pierce
from him.
is going to stay in BC.
That's
Dave
obvious.
Dickinson is staying in Calgary. The only way that Dickinson goes up into
Just being the GM.
GM and then he puts his brother Craig as to the
Shut
head
up.
coach.
Hey, you tease me about Mayor. I'm teasing you about Dickinson. He can take the team bowling.
Because that's the only thing that I can see happening in Calgary is that Dave walks away from head coach and puts his brother in there.
Nah, I could see them making
I won't rule that out completely.
No, I could see them making what's his name? Their offensive coordinator, Pat Delmonico. I could see them making him head coach.
Yeah.
He's been around
So-
for a long time.
Saskatchewan isn't going away from Corey Mace. He's doing a great job.
Yep.
I think Mike's stable in Winnipeg. I think they got to have a couple of losing seasons
At
for
least for
Mike to
one
get
more
fired.
year.
Yeah. Scott Milanovich isn't going anywhere in Hamilton.
Oh.
Ryan Dinwiddie's not going in Toronto. And Jason Moss is killing it in Montreal.
He just signed.
Yeah, he just resigned.
Long term, yeah.
So he should have not
Yeah.
going anywhere.
The GM signed for
So
29.
Bob Dice is the only one that's going to get fired. And if he doesn't get fired, Ottawa deserves everything that they get.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Okay. Now, the one award that we didn't touch there is who's coach of the year?
Honestly,
It's probably
I right
Not
now
Bob Dice.
Come on. Between
It's
Dice
not-
and O'Shea.
So let's just eliminate him.
oh boy.
It's easier to eliminate guys. It's not Bob Dice. It's
Not
not
Bob
Mark.
Dice.
It's not Mark Killam.
No, it's not Dinwiddie.
It's
No,
not Dinwiddie.
Not O'Shea.
not okay.
It's not Dickinson.
It's probably not. No, Dickinson. Not going to be Dickinson.
Nice.
It could be.
Calgary's had an amazing turnaround year.
Yeah, I know,
Okay.
but my odds on favorite.
I'm not going to eliminate Dickinson that quickly.
I would pick Corey Mace
I-
because he's been consistent for 2 years now. Okay, and he got better. This year.
Okay, is
Yeah.
consistent a good thing?
He got better this year.
Did he?
Yes,
But-
he did.
Here's the
He was first overall.
here's my argument. Look what BC's head coach there, Pierce. Look what Pierce has done in BC.
Yeah.
They were a train wreck
Last-
last year.
Last year, I kind of thought that Mace should have been closer to that award because of what he was doing until they had that big second half losing. If it wasn't for that, I think Mace may have won it. Pierce has done an amazing job in BC.
Yeah, but you didn't have to do much in BC because
No, I
What?
disagree with that.
what's his name was a no. Think about it. They've got basically the same team they had last year, only a different coach, and they were doing quite well last year
Until Vernon Adams got hurt.
and then Campbell started interfering, and Campbell wasn't a
Yeah.
good coach. There's no doubt about it.
Absolutely not.
So, but yeah, he's got to be there for sure. Buck
who-
Pierce has to be there.
You can't.
So who
And I don't
deserves?
think. I don't think you can rule out Scott Milanovich either in Hamilton.
No, that's true. That's
I
true.
think it comes down to Milanovic, Mace, or Pierce. One of those three.
But Jason Moss has done a pretty good job this year too, despite all the injuries.
Yeah, he's kept the team pretty even keeled.
That's good.
It's hard to rule them out.
Yeah, it is.
You got a strong top four, I think.
Yeah,
you do.
Absolutely.
You can make a case for any of them.
Yeah, you could. You could.
But if you look at it, Montreal, Saskatchewan, and Hamilton were in the playoffs last year.
Yep.
BC missed.
No, they
BC
didn't.
missed.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Calgary did.
No, they didn't. They were in.
Calgary
Two
is.
that were-
Yeah.
I mixed the two
BC
up.
made the playoffs, but barely by the skin of their teeth, and then they got
Barely,
kicked
they
out of
got
the stadium.
crushed immediately by Saskatchewan in the first round.
And that's the other thing for me is Pierce took a team that was barely made it in and has taken them to
It looks like they're gonna
potentially the best team in the CFL.
Yeah, and it looks like they're gonna host a
overall.
playoff game. So
Unless
But
someone
on
goes
the other
crazy.
hand, too bad they don't pick the coach of the year until before the Grey Cup. You know what I mean?
I would like for that to happen. A lot of
Yeah,
these
I
awards, I'd like to see
I
what
would
happens
too,
in the playoffs.
but that doesn't happen.
Well,
So
they used to pick it after the Grey Cup. Now they pick it before the Grey Cup.
the Grey Cup.
they used to give up coach of the year in like February or something, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it usually went to the Grey Cup winner.
That never made sense.
I think the playoffs. I think the playoffs determine a lot of that.
I don't think they do. It should be on the regular season, like every other award.
Well, then if it's on the regular season and it comes down to record only, it should be Corey Mace. Just my thoughts, especially if he got passed over last year.
I have no
I don't
problem
disagree with you, William, but I
Coach of the
also
Year.
got to look at what is the winning percentage from last season.
Yeah,
What did he do better this year?
He didn't lose in the second half.
he didn't
much.
do better. He didn't do better this year. What happened was Trevor Harris was healthy for the whole season.
Last year they
That's
lost
helpful.
the majority of the second half of the season. This year they didn't.
Yep.
They broke the curse.
Yep.
That's
But
why I
you
don't
know,
like.
a lot of the times they'll
I'm
give
doing the homer
deal.
pick. I'm taking Buck Pierce. That's going to win it.
Well,
I
a
just
lot
think
of the
bringing
times
up a 5-13 team and making them a.
yeah, I mean, a lot of the
They're going to
times
end up with
do give
what,
this
11
award-
wins on the season?
Yeah, they do give this award a lot of times to the coach who has improved his team the most. And I think if they use that criteria, it's got to be Buck Pierce, as far as I'm concerned.
But if that case, Mace would have won last year.
Yep.
He probably should have.
Who won
Who
last
did
year?
win last- Wasn't it Dinwiddie that won last year? Or who
Didn't
won?
when he won last year, Moss the year before. I think.
Right.
Wow. I'm shocked and amazed that any Eastern team wins anything. Oh, did I say that out loud?
I think Coach of the Year is one of
Won
those
the
the hardest
Grey
ones to decide.
Okay.
I think it's-
CFL and the CFLPA settlement provides $50,000 salary cap exemption in 2025. What?
What is that?
This is
So
where
if you go-
the
if you
commissioner
go
came
above-
in and announced that it was going up by 400,000, and then
Yeah.
they rolled it back the next
Yeah.
week. And so they agreed to bounce it up an additional $50,000 instead of 400. Is that what's
Wow.
happened here?
I thought that kind of meant that you can go 50,000 over the cap before penalty. Is what I thought it meant.
No, I think it's that you could spend an extra 50,000. I think essentially it's the same thing at that point.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay. There has been an additional money made available in 2025 following a settlement between the two. According to the memo obtained by 3 Down Nation, each club will have an extra $50,000 to spend in 2025. That's excluded from the salary cap calculations. In other words, each team has an additional $50,000 to spend on top of the 6.062 million salary cap.
Oh,
So it's not a buffer. It is literally they've
Extra.
increased the salary cap by 50K.
I mean,
No, is it a one-off, or I mean, it's not that much, but
I don't know where you're going to use that.
In February, the CFL salary cap jumped over $400,000 due to increased league revenue. That lift came from the revenue. No, they left that in.
Yeah,
oh, I thought they rolled that back. Maybe
I
not.
thought they did too. He announced they rolled it back. So this is
Teams
an
are-
additional 450,000.
Yeah,
I know teams were very
Wow.
iffy about that one because of the when it came out and the way it came out. But I never heard anything else about whether it stayed or went.
Well, he said that they rolled it back. And obviously they didn't, if
they
that's
did
what
not,
this says.
apparently.
No.
Because that's when Ambrosi was still technically the commissioner.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kind of wish he still was.
I don't know.
Yeah, I
It
don't
doesn't
know.
make much sense.
I'm pretty sure BC's not going to go over by $350,000 this year. Is that correct?
Well, not if they just got an extra 450. They
Okay.
shouldn't.
They shouldn't.
No team
Who
should.
knows? I don't know what to say. I literally hate teams that cheat. Last year, BC Lions got caught cheating. I'm not happy about that.
Yeah, but you know what? Would they, let me ask you this question. If they hadn't have cheated, would they have
They
had,
made the playoffs.
would they have, no. Would they have Nathan Rourke and would they have Betts?
Probably
well-
not.
Probably not.
No.
Probably not. But that being said, Nathan Rourke only made $250,000 last year, and
Yeah.
we got rid of Dogala and one other guy to offset his salary. So I don't think he cost us that much money.
Yeah, but
Betts
Dogala
came
was
in at
making
$150,000 for last year, which is too much.
Dogala was making $12. Come on. They paid him a buck for every
he got the
inch.
tip jar.
Yeah.
Uh,
He got the jar.
They would have kept him, though. They might have had a better backup.
He got commission from the sales of beers, I think.
Oh, I'd take him over. I'd take him over Mazzoli in a heartbeat.
Anyone would take him over Mazzoli.
oh, Dogala?
Yes.
And you know what?
I don't
Now,
know. He did shit in the bed last year.
in retrospect, and I know I'm going to sound like Christopher when I say this, but I think of who's in BC, as in Buck Pierce.
Yeah.
That would be an ideal place for Trey Ford to go.
100%.
Well, I agree with that.
But
As a
If he was
backup, yeah.
I've been saying this for years.
Him working under Rourke would be amazing for him.
yeah,
Yeah.
and just think of the quarterback room you'd have if they signed Trey Ford and Nathan Rourke goes to the NFL.
Go away.
Just
Too
saying.
soon. Too soon.
You want me begging for Cody Fajardo, don't you?
Actually, Cody Fajardo wouldn't have been a bad backup on BC this year either.
No, he wouldn't have been there.
He probably
I
would have
think
been.
he'd take him back up.
Because he's
And he's better than
a
Mazzoli.
he's a passer and he can run the ball. Let's face it. Just
Trey
like Nathan
Ford
Rourke.
is an identical. He's a mini me to Nathan Rourke. Okay, he doesn't have the ability to read defenses. He doesn't have the ability. His football IQ isn't there. And from what I understand, he's
Kind of
lazy. Okay. He doesn't do his research. Okay. Nathan Rourke is a student of the game. Trey Ford is not. Okay. That has to change if he actually wants to play quarterback. But I think that the two of them play a very, very similar style of football.
I don't think he can pass the ball like Nathan Rourke can. Come on.
Not right now, no.
I never said he could.
I
said they play a similar style. I never said he was good at it.
I don't know. At least I wouldn't, to be honest with you. I wouldn't take a chance on that guy. Because he's had
I don't want Bobby Ford on my team.
But he's had more than ample opportunity to become a starter in the CFL and get better, but he hasn't. And
I disagree. I disagree because he's on Edmonton.
Crap team.
Edmonton has not been a shit team. How do you get good on that shit team?
Oh, I forgot that he was under that fucking coach.
Chris Jones.
Yeah, that guy, because he was a horrible coach.
He hasn't had a quarterback to learn from.
No, he has not.
No.
He hasn't.
So
he has not.
And Cody Fajardo ain't the answer either.
You have shit coaching and shit quarterbacks. You're in a lose-lose.
Yep. But on the other hand, can you have Trey Ford as your backup and Nathan Rourke gets hurt? You're not winning shit. You know what I mean?
Right now, that's like it is on every team, though.
Yeah, true that, except for Edmonton. and
they didn't
Toronto.
win shit with their starter.
What's that?
And
they didn't win shit with their starter.
True.
I don't know. I think Trey Ford underneath Rourke is a good move, regardless whether it works out or not.
Too.
Or
I do too.
To be honest with you, if he would do it, I think Cody Fajardo is a good move too.
No, I don't think he would be better than Trey Ford. Cody won't back up.
Here's my problem with this. Here's my problem with this. And I said this at the beginning of the season, and I said it several times, is I think that we as a league have got away from developing quarterbacks.
Which is true.
Okay? Taking Cody Fajardo or Chris Strebler or Jake Mayer or McLeod Bethel Thompson in as your backup, or Jeremiah Mazzoli as your backup, is not developing a quarterback. Taking Trey Ford in has potential to develop him into something. Whether that experiment works or not is what happens in every team. We didn't know what was going to happen with Davis Alexander. He just all of a sudden blossomed, right? So we need to develop quarterbacks. Trey Ford is at least developable.
A quarterback is,
but he has to get humble.
It all depends on the quarterback you learn from. Because if you learn from a quarterback that has nothing to do with your style, it's not going to work.
Exactly.
No.
Strebler can't learn from Zach Collaros because he's not the same. He doesn't have the style.
No. And there's no way that Strebler will ever be Zach Collaros.
No.
There's not enough between the ears.
He's not a like.
He was there to sell. He was there to sell merchandise.
Yeah, he was a character more than a player. He was never a great quarterback. He was never a great passer. I still don't have any idea how that guy lasted in the NFL as long as he did, because he cannot.
For years.
He can't read defenses. He's not a good passer, but he lasted down there. I don't know why. They brought him back to Winnipeg, but he's not a long-term solution. He's not a starter in the CFL or any other league.
And I think
but Strebler's a bulldog. He can power through a lot of people.
Yeah, but I think
make him a running back.
I think he's slowed down this year.
Yeah, he hasn't been as dominant.
No,
he's not making those third down gambles quite the way that he should be.
No,
he's been
not
stopped.
like he used to.
No, It used to be automatic, not no more.
No.
But going third down gamble with 3 yards to go is stupid too.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
they did that last week. They were 3 yards back and they put Strevler in. And I mean, really? Everybody knows what he's going to do. He got 2.
Yeah.
He didn't get 3.
Yep.
What they should have done is thrown a 5-yard pass because no one would have
Mhm.
expected it.
I
He
even
can throw
remember.
a
Nobody would have
yards.
expected it.
I even remember the game earlier in the season when the Lions went into Winnipeg and got beaten. But in that game, I think they stopped Trevor short 2 or 3 times on third down.
And he passed most of the time.
Yeah, but I think BC this year was the only team that let Strevler pass for a touchdown on them.
Maybe, yeah. That was early in the year when the Lions were still in disarray.
You know, it's not very often when a shot putter can throw a ball into the end zone, but just saying.
It's a true story. I can't argue with that.
He has no when he throws the ball, he has no idea whether it's going to be caught or not.
Or
No.
by which team.
Yeah.
Well, and here's the thing though, is Winnipeg receivers really know the scramble rule and they know where to go and how to be there. And so all you really have to do is throw it to an area and away you go.
Yeah.
That's why when Zach Collaros gets on the roll, he is, in my opinion, one of the most deadliest quarterbacks in the CFL.
Absolutely.
To this moment.
100% he is.
If he gets out, you're done.
100%.
He knows
And
how to
he
do
has
it. Yeah.
been since day one.
And in my opinion, Dembski is probably one of the best football players in the CFL. Even
Yep.
if he's covered, he's open.
He's always
But he's never covered
every
No.
game he's open.
because he's always open. And
And
it's
he
not
made-
like 5 yards,
and
it's like 30.
And he made the statement that he feels he can break every tackle, and he proves it.
A
He
lot of
breaks
times he
a lot of
does.
tackles. Like,
Trevor
That was-
threw for 6 touchdowns this year.
Wow.
So
And
don't give me that
5
shit.
of them were against BC, right?
Yeah, but that's
No.
a considering the amount of time Zach Collaros was out, that's a remarkably low number.
Trey Ford was 5. And he started 7 games.
Yeah, but isn't Zach, I think this year, Zach,
but
what is he?
here's
16 touchdown passes and 15 interceptions or something like that?
the funny part with Trey
That
Ford
was
is
17 and 16.
Yeah, that's not Zach numbers.
Trey is
Those are
similar.
not exact numbers.
Trey is similar to Zach Collaros in the fact of Trey throws the football better when he's running around.
That seems to
Yes.
be the only time he can throw the ball well. If he's
But That's
forced
why
into
he
being
should be
a
with
pocket
Rourke.
passer.
Rourke can
Well,
run the
that's
football.
exactly
with
what-
Rourke.
That's what happened to Trey Ford this year. That they tried to make him a pocket passer. They
And
wouldn't
that's
let
gonna
him
work.
roll out. You can't do that. If you
Saskatchewan
let Trey Ford play Trey Ford football, they would have done a lot better this year.
Craig Dickinson, in his last year with Cody, tried getting Moss to make Cody a pocket passer. And it wasn't possible.
Yeah.
Why?
Play to a guy's strengths. They don't do that
Because-
often enough.
Because Dickinson sat there and said when Moss was a quarterback, he was a pocket passer, so that Cody
So
should
what?
become a passer.
So
That's why
what? Yeah.
everyone thought Cody and Moss hated each other. They didn't. It was Dickinson that was making Moss make him be a pocket passer. Dickinson and Moss actually had turmoil.
But I don't understand that.
Moss
Ricky Ray
probably
is a
knew
pocket
better.
passer. He was fucking amazing at it. You're not
Yes.
going to get him to scramble. Bo Levi
That's-
Mitchell was a pocket passer. You're not going to get him to scramble. Okay? Dave Dickinson was all over the fucking field.
Yep.
Well, now Bo
Okay.
is a
Pierce, all over
scrambler.
the field.
Bo's not a scrambler.
He tries occasionally.
You can
Yeah.
time Bo Levi Mitchell running with a calendar.
Oh, yeah.
No, he's not that slow.
Seriously,
Oh.
if you look at the numbers, Bo Levi Mitchell ran for more yards this season than he did in the rest of his career combined.
Well, you
Yeah.
don't have to tell me
He
that.
didn't have. He didn't
I
have.
watched.
to run
He
Calgary.
didn't run the ball.
He did not run the ball.
I still
Ever.
think,
Calgary,
I was going
in
to say, I
Calgary,
still
he
think
was
he's
most
under
goals
200
in
yards.
30 seconds.
And he always said when he was in Calgary that he would rather wait till the last minute and try and throw a pass than get hit and get hurt. Which makes
That's
sense.
also one of the main reasons why I think Nathan Rourke will be MOP and not Bo Levi Mitchell, because passing statistics are very close. In fact, Bo's might be slightly better, although Bo has played a game or two more. So
Rourke actually in 100 less attempts is almost the same as Bo Levi.
And
he's
he
had
could
100
be
loss.
next week. Okay,
Yeah.
here's a stat that is pretty bizarre. Okay, how many teams do we have in the CFL?
9.
The number 8 running back in the CFL this year. Number
Nathan
8,
Rourke.
Nathan Rourke.
Yeah.
More
He is-
rushing yards than everybody.
He's less than 100 yards behind William Stanback. Let that sink in for a minute.
Yeah, 80 yards back. A William Stanback.
Stanback's misused though.
No, they haven't used him hardly at all this year.
No.
BC showed the perfect way to use him last year, and Ottawa completely ignored it this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is a good running back.
He is a good running back.
But how does your quarterback end up in the top 10?
Who was the last one to
And
do
your
that?
running back is number 2.
But we were just talking about how poorly they use running backs in the CFL.
I know.
That's-
I know.
But you have what, 4 or 5 over 1,000 yards?
Yeah,
You do, that's true.
I mean, once again, Nathan Rourke can also decide if he runs or not, right?
It's been the year of the running backs.
Yep.
We right now we have 5 over 1,000, and Greg Bell is 56 yards back in Hamilton.
Right.
And he'll hit it.
He'll likely hit that too.
Yeah.
So if he gets 56 yards against Ottawa, then he's 1,000 yards. So that's 6,000 yard rushers this year.
And I can see Bo and Lawler having themselves a day.
Mm-hmm.
And meanwhile, there's a running back who used to play in Baltimore saying 1,000 yards. Who cares?
That was 8 games for me.
Right? I did that in the first half of the season. Who cares?
So here's a Bo Levi, Nathan Rourke argument. Top receivers in the league, number 1 and number 3 are BC.
Yep.
Number 2 and number 7
Hamilton.
are Hamilton. Oh no. I mean, they're really, there's only 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 over 1,000 yards.
That number seems kind of low.
That's only nine receivers over 1,000 yards. BC has 2 of them.
And so that
Hamilton
means
has
that
2 of them.
team, that means probably at least 2 teams don't have 1,000-yard receiver.
Well,
Here's
Ottawa
the-
doesn't. Edmonton doesn't.
Toronto and Ottawa?
Winnipeg. Winnipeg does.
I don't think Calgary does.
Dembski.
And
Calgary's not up there.
Here's
Who?
another argument for MOP and Rourke is Rourke's not running because they don't have a running back because Butler's done an amazing job.
Yeah,
And
he's
Rourke-
over 1,000 yards.
Rourke has still run for as many yards as he has.
Right. Rourke almost ran for 600 yards.
Yeah. And that's kind of what edges it out for me. Passing wise, they are similar.
Yep. I agree with that.
But Rourke is
But
running.
Rourke did it in 3 games less.
Yeah. And that brings me to a pet peeve of mine. TSN on your stats, all year they've had Nathan Rourke and they say 17 games played. He has not played 17 games. He's played 15. Is it really, do they not have a stat guy that looks at their stats and sees that they're wrong?
No, they don't.
They don't.
Apparently not, because they've
Stats
had
have
it
been
wrong all
for
year.
years. They still don't even have. Yeah, they don't even have an app, a proper app.
They've got
No.
Nathan Rourke is 17 games played right now.
He's played 15. Actually 14 and a half, because the
that's
one game in
TSN.
Winnipeg game
I mean-
got pulled.
That's
Yeah, 'cause he must do
CFL.ca
'cause of the
charts.
oblique.
Yeah, CFL. So they're both wrong.
They're both wrong.
Surprise.
He
You would have
missed
thought
two
that.
games. He missed 2.5 games.
Yeah.
Because the first game against Winnipeg,
He only played half the game.
he got
pulled.
injured in the first quarter. He
Yeah.
hurt his ankle, and he was hobbling all the fucking game. And then in the third quarter, he got smacked in the shoulder or something. They pulled him out because he couldn't evade.
Yeah.
So they pulled him out, and then he was out for 2 games, and then he came back in. So
Right.
literally, that's 3 games he didn't play. Bo was in every game,
Mm-hmm.
and they're
Oddly enough.
90 yards apart.
Yeah. Like, I can get over the few missed games and the passing stats. I can get over that and kind of compare them. But when you add the running into that, to me, there's no comparison.
No.
I mean, Bo has 34 touchdowns. That's amazing.
It
I
is.
mean, that's not even close to anybody. Rourke's the next one at 28. And that's still 6 back.
But that's just one stat.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
then you
that's
also have
one
to
stat,
factor.
but it's an important one.
But you also have to factor in Nathan Rourke has 10 rushing touchdowns to Bo's 1. So if you add that up, that's 38 touchdowns that Rourke is responsible for compared to 35 for Bo Levi Mitchell.
Yeah, Charles, I don't know how important that stat is, because honestly, I think a running back should have taken a lot of Nathan Rourke's,
Well,
or
maybe.
or a third stringer or whatever else, right? So I don't know how important that stat is, unless he's running for 70 yards for a touchdown. Then that's fucking amazing. Okay.
Oh yeah, he did that
But if
last
he's
week.
running in from the 1 yard line or the 3 yard line or something like that, I
That's
don't
not that
hold
big
a
a deal.
lot of
Right.
faith into that
Fair
stat,
enough.
because it should have been Strebler, or it should have been Mazzoli, or it should have been somebody, right?
Right.
Right? It should have been Butler, or who the fuck, Horvath, or who the hell's our tight? That's our who's our fullback?
Horvath. I mean, we had the other guy there for a while. What was his name? I don't remember his name.
Last year we had that Canadian kid.
Yeah.
So I don't think that stat's all that important.
No, I would
So
agree
it's a
with
wonderful stat, but I think if you look at that thing that Sparky put up, okay, if we go over to that, nip over there on Facebook, go to Let's Talk. Because he just put this up there today, which is the points per drive. Okay. 2.53 points per drive. Alexander's at 2.43, but he's, much less. Vernon's is at 2. Mitchell's at 2. Zach's under 2. That's a huge amount. Half a point per drive more. Okay. So in your percentage of drives that end in, okay, Nathan Rourke has percentage of his drives end in touchdowns is 28.2. The next closest is Alexander at 22.6.
Yeah.
Or Vernon Adams at 21.4. That's a huge percentage.
That's a huge number, and that's a large gap.
Okay. And Nathan Rourke And you know, Will, I'm sorry if it just sounds like a Nathan Rourke cheerleader here right now, and I apologize for that because I know it bothers you. But he also has the lowest percentage of drives that end in a punt. Okay. He has the most amount of drives that end in an interception.
I could talk about, and you know what my big thing is. Do you know how many winter games I sat in?
Oh,
watching,
I know.
watching. No, hold on. Watching Doug Flutie be the man.
Yeah.
And then the Grey Cup comes along and
he froze.
That's all I'm going to say.
Well, remains to be seen.
Yep.
Well, you know what? I am not betting money BC Lions winning the Grey Cup. I don't even know if they're going to get out of Regina. That game, that Western final in Regina is going to be a tough game for whoever's there.
No, there's no question about it.
Right?
Absolutely.
You're talking about Regina in November with the crazy green crowd. That's going to be a tough game.
Sure it is.
The only way that game is going to work is if you can get out of the gate and silence that crowd.
Yes.
Get up by 14 or 21 points or something in the first 2 minutes.
Once again, if you look at it.
Opening kickoff return for touchdown.
That would, yeah. See, the problem is that like the 2013 Grey Cup, I was there, and Henry Burris was screwed from the beginning because the fans got into his head. And you could, because they had that Burris chant the whole and it didn't, and it was relentless. Like he was on the sidelines and they were still chanting it, and you could just see him on the sidelines, like he couldn't get away from it. So if you rattle the quarterback, your chances are good.
You can rattle the kicker. I've done that.
Yeah. We've heard that story. I don't know if fans have that kind of an impact on anybody, to be honest with you. But
I guarantee they do.
I don't think so. I don't think so. But that's just
100%.
me. That's
guaranteed.
just me.
Henry
No,
Burris.
it's not guaranteed. Anyways, I was gonna say, and if you think about, let's talk about who could be in the Grey Cup this year. Okay, so could be Alexander.
We are going really, really long on this podcast, eh?
We are. Could be Alexander. Could be Rourke. Could be VA. Could be Harris.
Could be Claros.
Okay. None of those guys have won the big one.
No.
And none of them, we don't know how, with the exception of Harris, we don't know how they're going to perform in the big one or in the playoffs for that matter. So
Harris has the advantage because he's the only one that's gotten there to the Grey Cup.
Yeah, he's been there.
He's been to a
Grey Cup when he got there, but he
was
didn't.
he even
in
the Grey Cup?
Yes.
Yeah, in Edmonton.
2018, Calgary, Edmonton. In Edmonton, Calgary, against Ottawa.
Yeah. He started that game.
He was in a Grey Cup with Ottawa, but Henry Burris won it.
No.
That was the year before.
That was 2016.
Yeah, 2018, Ottawa got to the Grey Cup with Harris as the starter against Calgary and Edmonton. I know because I was there.
Me too.
And so was Will.
And in reality, I think Ottawa would have won if the field hadn't have been such shit.
That field was embarrassing. They should have never let that happen.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Well, this has been a great show, guys. I think we got to cut it down, or I can't get it on YouTube.
Okay. Yeah, that's your problem.
Doesn't mean we have to stop talking. We can keep talking off air, but I'm going to shut this thing down. Okay.
Okay.
Fair enough.
This has been Let's Talk CFL podcast episode number 627. I'm your host, Christopher Jones, and I had to scream, man. This is one of those things that I said when we go off the rails, we have great discussions.
We do.
Okay. 100%. When we don't have to follow a specific pattern of everything else, we have great shows.
That's when we're at our best.
Yeah, it's when we're on our best. We definitely
different opinions.
And we're off the rails every little bit of this thing tonight.
And
We were doing good.
went
I'm
long, and there was
impressed.
only 4 of us tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Anyhow, thank you very much. Charles, say good night.
Good night, folks. Thanks for listening. It's the final week of the regular season. It's exciting that it's almost playoffs, but kind of sad that the season's almost over. So take that what you will.
Yeah. Scott.
Good night, everyone. Watch football this weekend. I don't know the last time we had a last football week of the season that was actually meaning so much. So lots of stuff going to be taken in this weekend.
All 4 games are meaningful. All 4.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen that before. William, say good night, Mr. McDonald.
Good night, everybody. Watch football this weekend because they're going to be good games to watch. And then the playoffs start. Yeehaw.
Okay. Push the stop button. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.